Thank you, sir. All right. Shalom, Lord Christ. Who all I got on the conference call? Give me your name.
Shalom, Lord Christ, Sister Alexa.
What's going on, sis?
Good.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else on the conference call? All right. Sis, what's your name? Your name Crystal, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Shalom, sis. All right. Anybody on the conference call? State your name. Anybody else besides Devon and Alexa? What's going on, Warrior? I'm all right. Anybody else? State your name. All right. Shalom, Israel. I'm preaching Novice of 1,000, Thamayam, and I'm teaching the I.S.U.P.K Atlanta Scripture Breakdown class. I'm sitting in for Captain of 10,000, Captain Rataziah, until he comes to the class. I'm going to sit in and teach the class until he come in. All right? Now, do anybody got any questions before I get started? Anybody got any questions? Today is Scripture Breakdown class. If you got any questions, bring it out. Know what I mean? All right. Okay, with that, today's class is about the spirit of a wicked woman. The spirit of a wicked woman. Okay, somebody give me Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. Baba Kashah. What's going on, Word? Shalom. Anybody got that? Do anybody on the conference call got that scripture? Proverbs 9 to 13.
Fuck yeah, I have it.
Oh, okay. That's all right. I mean, that's all right. Since I need a brother. All right. Before I go ahead. You got it? Go ahead.
Okay, Proverbs 9:13.
Mm-hmm.
Said, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
A foolish woman is clamorous. Do anybody in the classroom know what clamorous mean? Clamorous mean loud. They got a loud mouth. And the foolish woman always running her mouth. She never don't want no understanding, especially from her husband. You know what I mean? And she always loud. You always see them on Facebook. I mean, some of them your sisters, some of them your mom. Somebody put their phone on mute. And the foolish woman is loud. Why she is foolish and loud? Because she don't want to learn. She don't want to learn. She want to be selfish, and she don't want to serve her man like she's supposed to, man. You know what I mean? She want everything her way. And she don't have no respect for her man either. If a woman had respect for her man, she wouldn't have a loud mouth. She would be submissive. A woman's supposed to be submissive, not loud and clamorous. And because being loud and clamorous when you're a woman is a masculine spirit. You know what I mean? Some a woman should not have inside of her, man. A woman's supposed to be sweet and soft. A man don't want nothing rough like him. Know what I mean? A man he don't want his woman challenging him. A man know deep down inside, a woman don't supposed to be all loud with him. Know what I mean? Your woman supposed to listen to you. A woman should not follow a man, but my bad, a woman should not be with a man that she don't want to follow. Know what I mean, if you with a man, okay, you know something. That, that's it.
I know some more.
All right. I'm gonna do something this way. All right.
Shalom, Yahweh I.S.U.P.K. Shalom, Yahweh I.S.U.P.K. All right, brother, what the brother was bringing out, that's what we're going to talk about, the spirit of a wicked woman. All right, and this is important for brothers and for sisters, because brothers, we got to avoid these type of women, and sisters, you cannot be this type of woman, and you don't want to entertain these sisters, right? Because you're going to run into them, but you gotta ignore them. You can't, men and women, you can't give them fuel to their fire. You understand? So we're going to break it down. How do you know, what's the telltale sign when you out in the streets and you see a woman that may be a woman that's combative and wants to argue, that may be promiscuous and things like that? What do you think are some telltale signs when you see this woman? Raise your hand.
Oh, God.
You gotta go ahead.
Probably the way she's dressed is one thing.
About the way she's dressed. You need the mic? They can hear you on the online.
Yeah, probably the way she's dressed.
The way she's dressed. How you know that? You got precept?
I gotta think about what.
We got a precept. But that's right. That's absolutely right. Telltale sign of a woman that is not, who's shameless, right? A woman that dresses like a whore, a woman that dresses promiscuous, that shows her body, that shows her behind and her breast. Tell me out. Go ahead.
It's in Isaiah chapter 3. I need my phone. It's like, yeah, chapter 3, verse 16, sir.
Go ahead and pull it. Go ahead, sis. Who is this?
It's Santibra checking in.
Okay, Most High in Christ. The why?
Thank you.
You go ahead and read when you got it.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, Doc.
Oh, I ain't got to get it, sir.
Young man, checking in.
Right on. The why? Yahweh I.S.U.P.K. Right on. The water. All right, because this is very, very important. Very important. This a wicked woman, the spirit of a wicked woman has brought down the strongest of men. You understand? A woman that thinks she can do whatever she wants to do, how she wants to do it, doesn't have to listen to anyone, has brought down kings, have brought down kingdoms. You can see it in our communities every day. If you look at our communities every day and you see the violence and the drug addiction, it's because our oppressor has found a way to take the man out of the house and put the woman in charge. And her being the weaker vessel, she doesn't know how to raise a son, to have integrity, to be strong. You understand? Our communities is full of emotions and being irrational. You understand? But we pride that like that's being strong and that's being so-called gangster, that's being masculine by flying off the handle at any given moment. Right. Not being able to talk to another brother. Fighting. You got sisters, this young sister's age that meeting up at people's houses and they fighting like men. They on the streets fighting like full-out men, pulling up to people's houses, fighting, breasts coming out, getting undressed, and we look terrible. Understand? Because we're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? We have to follow what's given to us in this Bible, a culture of our own. Understand? And men are to act a certain way, and women are to act a certain way. Right. So, Damian, when you got there, you go ahead and read.
I was wondering, can I pull Isaiah 3:16?
Go ahead and read it.
Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking in micing as they go, and making a twinkling of their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of their head of the daughters of Zion.
Okay, well, go ahead and pray. You can't definitely use that. So what does it mean to be haughty?
How to mean like basically arrogant? I mean,
Right.
straightforward, like proud.
To be proud, to be arrogant, meaning proud in the sense you can't be told anything. Now you should have a certain amount of pride being a Hebrew Israelite, you understand? But that's not talking about being proud, being haughty. When it says to stretch forth neck, meaning you see sisters do it sometimes. They roll their neck and they in your face and they point and they doing that and they being combative. That's the stretch forth neck. You know what I'm saying? Just being like, can't nobody tell them nothing. Like they God's gift to earth. You understand? So you can use that, but there's one specific that we're gonna break the whole thing down.
I think I might got one. I think that I got a free stuff.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 7,
Damn right.
verse 10.
Verse 10. Go ahead.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart.
With the what?
With the attire of an harlot.
With the attire of a harlot. Now, what's a harlot?
So like it's
Go ahead, sister on the phone. Go ahead.
it would be more, rather than so like a whorish type woman, it was very whorish, down way.
A harlot? Okay. Whorish? Now, there's a type of, I hear what you're saying. There's a type of woman that's whorish, but a harlot, let's be specific what a harlot is. Because if you read the Bible, I'm pretty much giving it to you. You read the Bible. Well, first let's get what a harlot is. Anybody online, anybody in the class, what is a harlot? Who's that? Costa, go ahead.
A harlot is a person who has sex with someone in exchange for money. Prostitute.
Good job. Damn right. Damn right. A harlot is a prostitute. A harlot is a woman who gets paid to have sex with men. That's a harlot. Now, a whore. Go ahead. The water. So a whorish woman, or we got many names for a type of woman like that in the world today, but in the Bible there's something called playing the harlot. Now when a woman plays the harlot, her profession is not to have sex with men, but she has sex with multiple men. She has sex with men that is not her husband.
Right.
And that's adultery. And that would be a whore according to the Bible. In the world, it's hard to see it because in the world they push it on the social media, they push it on the commercials, on TV, in the media period. A woman being able to be with who she wants to be with. If she's young, she should play the field and be with who she wants to be with. She should get experience. She should do this. She should go ahead and be able to do it and not be, shamed about it. What's that? I think she may be a heathen. What's that woman with the bald head? Everybody was going crazy for some years ago. Go ahead.
It's like, so what, Amber Rose?
Amber Rose. Yeah, Amber Rose. She had the whole thing with the slut walk, don't slut shame.
Right.
Yeah, the don't slut shame and don't do this and do that. Basically, you got a certain type of woman and man that don't want to be corrected about anything they do. And that's the spirit of a wicked woman and a wicked man. If a man likes a woman like that, that's a wicked man. You understand? Now you're going into being a whoremonger. You understand? But we gotta stay away from all those things. But skip me up to the verse 1. Because we're gonna break down the whole Proverbs 7. This is what you're gonna run into in the street. And sister, this is this type of shit. You don't let nobody pressure you and thinking, what do they say? Oh, you under one man, he must got you in captivity, or you must be miserable, or you must be this and that. You got low self-esteem. It take a lot of self-esteem to be with one man. You understand? It take a lot of self-discipline to not get caught up in the world, to not get caught up in what society says is correct. You understand? So when you in school, college, wherever you in, you understand, they try to push these things on you, and you got to reject it. Young men have to reject homosexuality and gangs and violence and drugs, just like anything. You got to take this like anything wicked. You understand? We got to reject it totally. Someone give me Proverbs verse 7. They got it.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments
Go ahead.
and live.
Keep my commandments and what?
And live.
And live. There's no option. There is no freedom of choice. There is no, you can do what you want to do. You understand? Ain't none of that. You keep the commandments and live. If not, you be destroyed. You understand? You totally destroy. You see people out here today not having these laws, statutes, and commandments, in hell, depressed, going through it. You understand? And that's the sad part about it, is that they push these whoredoms on our people, thinking that you're gonna live this wonderful, extravagant life, like the Lil Nas X and all the Cardi B's and all these things they show on TV with the money and the cars and all the extravagance. But really, the everyday person that's living like that is miserable, depressed, ready to put a gun in their mouth and end it all. You understand? Can't keep a man, can't stay with a man. Nobody really takes them serious. You understand? Homosexuals, if you see them, they're always faking, trying to be extremely happy. You ever see them? Like they're never mainline. They're always extremely happy or extremely down, because they got demons they fighting. Right. You understand? Whores have demons they fight, and you know, homosexuality, we get into that, but they're extremely mean and wicked. I don't know if you ever, sisters, had the unfortunate to run into homosexual men. They're very mean people, because they got, you know, serious demons. Whores the same way. Whores, proud women, are trying to destroy a man, and we're gonna get that. Even though they're talking to you and they're seducing you, they're not doing it because they love you. They're not doing it because they want you to be a ruler over them. They are trying to trick you to lay with them because they know they're disgusting, and they're going to prove how disgusting you really are. You get what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Keep my commandments and live.
Keep my commandments and live. Go ahead.
And my law as the apple of thine eye.
As the apple of thine eye. You understand? Like the children of Israel is the apple of the Most High's eye. These laws are given to us so we can navigate through this wicked kingdom. Through our oppression, we'll be able to navigate through this thing. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Bind them upon thy fingers.
Go ahead.
Write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
Call understanding your sister and your kinswoman. Bring this thing close to you. Go ahead.
Verse 5. That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
That they may what?
That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
That they may keep thee from the strange woman. The Most High is saying, make the laws in understanding your kinswoman. You understand? Make that your sister. Make that the one you get close to, so that those laws and those statutes can keep you away from the strange woman. And what's a strange woman? Tell me else, like.
It's like it, sir. The strange woman could be a whore or a heathen.
Could be a whore or a heathen. So now we know damn well, we already know the law is not to deal with any heathen woman. That's definitely a strange woman. But now, you might have a woman of your own nation who's a strange woman because she's a whore. You got to stay away from her too. And this is how you find out who this is. All right, read on.
From the that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
From the stranger that flattereth with her words. Try to seduce you with her words. Now, a woman, man, a whore is going to say nice things. Right. She ain't just going to come out straight up and say, I'm a disgusting whore, I want to be with you. She's going to say all the nice things. I'm a good woman. Oh, yeah. Oh, you into the truth? Yeah, I like that. I like how y'all walk around. You got the headpiece on you. I like the classes and everything. You look good. I like that. I'm a good woman. I could do this for you. I could do that for you. Don't let her flatter you with her words. You understand what they say in the world? Talk is cheap. You understand? You got a good woman is going to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to try a woman. Just like you try a friend. The scripture say, try a friend. You got to try a woman, or try, a brother if you're a woman. You understand? Read on.
Verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement.
Go ahead.
And beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youth.
Among the, slide, you start from the top.
Verse 7. And beheld among the simple ones.
Among the simple ones.
I discern among the youth.
Among the youth. Now, if you a brother that's sleeping with this type of woman, if you're attracted to this type of woman, you a simple brother, man. You ain't got no type of knowledge of this Bible. You understand? You're not listening to counsel, and you pick this type of woman to be with. You find this attractive. You think it's cute. You think you're just doing a whole bunch of playing. That's a simple brother. All right, read on.
A young man.
A young man. Go ahead.
Void of understanding.
Void of understanding. What does void of understanding mean?
It's like no understanding.
No understanding. Void, just none at all. Go ahead.
Passing through the street near her, it's like passing through the street near her corner.
Go
And
ahead.
she went the way to her house.
So I can read that part again.
Verse 8, passing through the street near her corner. And he went the way to her house.
And he went the way to her house. All right, go ahead.
In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night.
Right, in the middle of the night. What they call it, creeping. In the middle of the night, he going to this woman's house. This woman with the nice words. With the, did we get there? No, just with the nice words right now. Go ahead.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Now there she goes. The woman with the attire of a harlot. And she was dressed seductively, provocatively, to provoke you. You understand? She wasn't dressing like a sister, a righteous sister. You understand? Go ahead.
And subtile of heart. Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn.
She is loud and stubborn. This is what the brother was just bringing up. This type of woman, there's another telltale sign, a woman that's loud and stubborn. Now they play that off in the world like she's being independent. What's some of the things they call her? Independent. She's strong-willed. Go ahead.
A boss chick.
Or a boss chick, yeah. Go ahead.
This is a main one I hate. She an alpha woman.
Alpha woman, that don't make any sense. You understand? Alpha woman. You all right? What else? Anything else? What terms they using today? Queen this, queen that. That's all. That's all.
Goddess.
What's that? What?
Goddess.
A goddess, yeah.
Diva.
Yeah. Oh yeah, diva, queen. Because she loud and stubborn. She don't just. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, another term they use for them kind of doing whatever they want freely is they call it a hot girl summer.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, the hot girl summer. The hot girl summer. Meaning you just do whatever you want. You have nobody tells you anything. Life doesn't even work like that.
Right.
You're gonna mind somebody. Somebody. Listen, man. When you a woman, and brothers, when you find a woman, you want the type of woman who looks like somebody cares for her. You understand? That's why I said you should dress modestly, dress being covered up. You understand? You ever you want a woman who looks like if you were to talk to her any type of way, or if she was to get violated, that she got brothers or she has a father, that there are repercussions for that. Like the sisters in the UPK. Sisters in the UPK don't walk around like anybody could just come at them any type of way. You know what I'm saying? No? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, shit. Okay. I hope like that. Let me know something. We in class. But you know what I mean, if you want to get a woman out there that you understand is modest, not loud and stubborn. It's not attractive. It should not be attractive. Go ahead.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
Yeah, a woman who can never be in the house, not taking care of those kids. In the streets, you see them at camp. You teaching the Bible. You telling them what's going on with our people, the oppression of our people. And some woman half dressed, half naked, is up arguing with us. And you think in your mind, where is your husband? Now, where are your children? The children might be right there in the hot sun in the stroller, and she going back and forth with us, arguing and yelling and being stubborn and talking about we don't know what we talk about, and we just come out here for fun. You understand? A woman like that, you don't want.
Right.
You don't. But that's not her. Nothing. That's she not. Even I don't care how many degrees she has, how many certificates, how much money she makes. If she's a woman, like you said, she's clamorous. She means she knows nothing. A combative woman. All right. Go ahead.
So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows.
Go ahead.
Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
Right, she plotting on this brother. She said she caught him. All right, go ahead.
I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry.
Right, so she going the whole nine. All the game, all the seduction. You got something?
That's like the spirit of a black widow.
Give me more.
You know how the black widow, the spider,
Mm-hmm.
like they got a spider web and a
yeah.
black widow, they get they male partner
Right.
inside the web, and after they done having sex, they kill them.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's damn sure what's about to happen. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right now. Yes, there. Go ahead.
Like that sister in Tobit.
Hold on 1 second. I go ahead.
Like that sister in Tobit. The book of Tobit.
Yeah, the daughter, right? The
Yeah, they was
husband.
trying to give her away because every time
Yeah.
she killed like 5 of her husbands.
Yeah, be mindful. You know what I mean? He says we fight. Brothers fighting demons. Sisters got demons too. You know what I mean? We all gotta fight them. Go ahead, Al.
So yeah, what I was going to say, sir, is that this is why it's so important to be patient when you're in pursuit of a real. You have to be patient.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's not going to be easy, but it's something that I'm learning that the woman she don't have to prove herself to be worthy of a priest. But we have to be patient.
Yeah, damn right. You definitely got to be patient, and that's why Commander Yahanna has set up these protocols in the school, the 1 year rule, and that you can take the sister from the world, but you should use the same protocols. You know what I'm saying? In the school, you have to. Ain't no way around that. Right. But when you dealing with sisters in the world, you should exercise the same discipline. You understand?
Okay.
All right. But yeah, she doing the whole 9, decorating the bed, and they'll do that today. Set the candles, invite you over, man. Hey,
Death traps.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm sure you've seen it so many times. Young brothers who they pulling up to see a woman that they shouldn't be seeing. The whole setup thing, right? Listen, man. This Bible, when they say you can't, this Bible's outdated and it's too old and this and that, it don't apply to today. Man, you can't be more wrong. Because this Bible is prophesying things that's happening every day in our lives. Go ahead.
Like, I don't know if y'all seen the recent the brother that got killed in Cali, Indian horse, red Indian horse, something like that,
Right,
red
right,
Indian.
yeah.
Supposed to be from like an Inglewood, young Inglewood blood.
Yeah, right.
And they said a sister set him up to get shot like that on was it Instagram or Facebook Live?
TikTok.
Instagram Live.
Mm.
Like dude just I don't know if he rolled up or walked up on him, but he hit him like 16 times.
Yeah.
And you see the brother dying right on the camera.
Yeah.
A sister set him up.
I've seen that. That happens just so many times. A lot of the murders that take place in our communities is behind adultery. Probably more than half. Most murders is about something about a woman. If you look at these gangs in the communities, 2 rival gangs more than likely started as one and then end up splitting somehow behind some murder that happened between a brother and retaliation. But there's always some woman, some sister, man. And if you like what do Christians say about Jezebel? They try to what do they call Jezebel in Christianity, if anyone know? The spirit of Jezebel. Maybe you don't know. I know Christians, they'll see a sister who's dressing provocatively and fast, whatever. And they say she's a Jezebel. But that ain't really necessarily what Jezebel was her thing. Go ahead.
Jezebel, the spirit of Jezebel basically is a woman ruling her man. Right?
Ruling her man. That's damn right. That's what Jezebel really is. And pitting brothers against each other and ruling over a man. And if you go into that story, all that pillow talking, and because she was trying to set up the priest. Right. She was getting the priest about to kill the prophets. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with all that. That's what I'm saying. A woman with smooth words that flattered with her lips, you got to watch that. You understand? It's very important. Someone has something online? No? Go ahead.
Verse 16. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. Mm-hmm. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love into the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love
Right, more good words. She's saying come. She inviting them to the room, inviting them to the house. Come over. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do that. All this, all that stuff that you texting and going back on the phone with. You know what I'm saying? Any young brother, any man, you know what I mean? You gotta watch these things. Go ahead.
Verse 19. For the good man is not at home.
For the what?
For the good man is not at home.
Right. So she knows she got a man. The good man is not at home. The good man being her husband.
Right.
Any man that a sister is laying down with is her husband, whether she claims him or not, whether she believes it or not. Brothers need to know if a woman is laying down with a man, that is her husband, and you'll be judged if you lay down with that woman. Read on.
He is gone a long journey.
So he can be gone a long time. Go ahead.
He had taken a bag of money with him and would come home at the day appointed.
Right. So she knows his schedule.
Right.
She's saying he took some money. He gonna be gone for a minute. So look, come on through. That's what she's saying. Go ahead.
Verse 21. With her much fair speech.
With her what?
With her much fair speech.
With her fair speech. Don't get caught up in that. Go ahead.
She caused him to yield. With the flattery of her lips, she forced him.
She what?
She forced him.
She forced him. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter.
You going after this woman, you like an ox going to the slaughter. Right? Just simple and dumb as can be, wrapped up in this woman, going straight to your slaughter. Just like a cow about to get made into ground beef. Just pull you right on along. Just don't none the wiser. Just pull you right along till you get turned to ground beef. You understand? That's what's gonna happen. You deal with a wicked woman. You understand? This is how you know if you're dealing with a wicked woman. Go ahead, read on.
Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
Or as a fool. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Till a dart strike through his liver.
Till a dart strike through his liver. Who can break that down? Till a dart strike through his liver. What's that talking about? Give it a shot. Somebody give it a shot. Go ahead.
Like they talking about him catching the disease.
Yeah, I'm right. Catching the disease. Right? You laying down with this woman, this type of woman, you will catch a disease. HIV is very real. AIDS is real. Syphilis, gonorrhea, all these things are real. And if you laying with this type of woman, a dart will strike through your liver. You understand? Go ahead.
As a bird hasted to the snare, it knoweth not that it is for his life.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths.
Exactly. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. What is your heart according to the Bible? Tell me up.
Your mind.
Go ahead.
Keep reading.
When he's talking about the heart, he's talking about the mind. You know what I'm saying? That way you think. Don't let your mind get caught up in that, whatever it is she got going on. So
Right, damn right. You both was right. Your heart is your mind. Now that your heart and your chest, your organ in your chest does nothing but pump blood. You understand? It pumps blood through your body. But your heart, and according to the Bible, is your mind. You have to think with your mind. Think with your head. That's where your brain is. Alright? That's why I'm saying, don't go down her path. Don't go astray. Read on.
Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded.
Go ahead.
Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
How many what?
Many strong men have been slain by her.
Many strong men have been slain by her. You're not the first one. You are not special. Don't get caught up in her words and her being flattering you. Oh, you so tall, you so handsome, whatever it is. I like the way you break down scriptures on Facebook, whatever it is. All that post you did, the hard eyes and the laughter and all that. Don't get caught up in that. Many strong men have been slain by her.
Right.
You understand? Many men. She slept with many men.
Right.
Always remember that when you're dealing with a whore. Go ahead.
what you said is so heavy, because in the world, of course, we see thinking about the disease. They aren't thinking about the fact that they could be sleeping with another man's rib.
Right.
So of course, it's putting their life in danger because their mind is clouded with it. So when you come into this truth, I know for myself being patient, it's been a long time for me. Of course, I don't have a rib, but I have been patient. I've been watching. So now I can see from a mile away when someone is up to no good. If they come to me speaking a certain type of way, I immediately catch her because I've been patient. I've been watching. When you aren't paying attention, when you aren't watching, and your mind is just on getting that ass, it's going to get destroyed every time.
God, that's true. That's true. You definitely right. I mean, you got to be strong. Now, at the same time, you gotta be patient and go through these steps to get to know her to see if she's being this type of woman. Now, she could be genuine. You get what I'm saying? She could be genuine in what she's saying. She may not have a man, but you have to go through the process. You can't be so caught up in what she's saying to you in the moment. You got to take these steps. If you want a woman, you get a woman. You know what I'm saying? But you got to still use some wisdom. But, you know, brothers being in the UPK, being, you know, priests and officers in the UPK, it's going to be women, like I said, in the world. The whole point of this is that a woman like this is doing this to destroy you. That's to embarrass you, to show you that you are not that brother that you say you are. You're not that priest. You're not that officer. You don't really believe in the UPK. You will break protocol. Right. You will do whatever the hell she tells you to do because you're lustful. And that's what she's proven to you. She knows she's disgusting. She don't give a damn. She's shameless. And she will sleep with you. And she'll sleep with the next brother and the next brother. And she'll keep doing it. And you got to watch out for sisters like on Facebook, on the Instagram, whatever it is. When they're in your messages, watch what you entertain. You understand? Because they're trying to show you, solely because you're UPK, they're trying to show you that you are not one of us. You're not strong like that. You're not built like that. That's what they're trying to do. Go ahead.
What you bringing out is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at, you know what I'm saying, the ways of the world and how the world operates, you know what I'm talking about, coming into this truth, it makes you look at, you know what I'm saying, approaching a woman differently, you know what I'm saying? If you're truly in the I.S.U.P.K for the right reason, it makes you look at approaching her differently. It makes you, that 6-month rule is so important, but you know what I'm saying? Most times you don't go past it because you really want to know what's going on with this sister, or sometimes you won't even make it to the 6 months because you can see based on that spiritual eye that you have, you know, and all this knowledge that you keep on the I.S.U.P.K. You just leave her off the rip just off of one of the conversations, you know what I'm saying? So the I.S.U.P.K is like, it's gold right now for a black man because it teaches you how to prepare and how to seek after a righteous woman and not to be, you know, fall victim to the bullshit.
No, you're right. Damn right. You understand? All the protocols we have in the school is so that you can have a marriage that's going to last. That's the whole point. Is to get married and have a marriage that's going to last, that's going to be successful, to have children, and to build black families up again. That's the whole point of it. You understand? And a sister like this could change. That's the point too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like she don't got to stay like that. But the point is, you damn sure can't go in unto her. Because we get into that a little later, that becomes a whole problem for the entire nation, for all of us. You understand? Read on. There's more on that?
Verse 27. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Her house is the way to hell. Dealing with that woman, you're going to be in hell constantly. The house is the chamber of death. You know what I mean? Give me a precept on that. Being in hell with a wicked woman. Any precept? Go ahead, y'all.
Come. The book of Ecclesiastes 25:16. I have rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
Damn right. Break it down.
Come. It's saying that the person, he would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, you know, a beast, two beasts that would pretty much, you know, try to eat and destroy him, than to keep house and stay in the same house with a wicked woman.
Yeah, right. Okay, and you, brother, like you got to take that when you dealing with this woman, man. Your integrity is the most important thing. Your integrity, and so many people, so many brothers leave the house to keep their integrity. So you hear this all the time. Jim Muhammad was bringing out how a man sometimes got to leave his family to keep his integrity. Our fathers had to leave. Our grandfathers had to get up out of there. You know what I mean? Instead of living in a house where they're constantly put down and berated and talked down on. You ain't nothing but a drunk. You don't do nothing. You don't pay no bills. You just want to do this and do that. You dealing with other women. You're a deadbeat. You this and that. But the children see that. You know what I mean? And he got to get out of that house. He'd rather go live on the corner somewhere, drinking a 211 drunk under a bridge, eating out of a trash can to live with that wicked woman. Go ahead.
Would this be a precept, Proverbs 21 and 9?
Go ahead and read it.
It says, it's better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. SHALAM.
Yeah, that's a perfect precept. That is the precept. Yes, it's better to live in the corner of a rooftop than to live in a big house with a woman. Paraphrasing. You understand? Like, you can't let your comfort, you understand, best jam up your integrity. Your integrity, your masculinity is everything. And sisters, you don't want to be this type of woman that he'd rather go live outside somewhere on a corner than to live with you. You know what I mean? You can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make that house pleasant to be in. You want to make it something like, when you out in the street and you telling your people what we got to do, that we got to wake up and teach these laws and come back together and serve Christ and do this and do that, and he going back and forth and battling on the streets and going to camp and taking phone calls and doing this, and then he got to come back home and go to war with you too? Hey, you might as well just be out there. You might as well, and then you don't want him dealing with no other woman, but then when he gets home, your conduct says you should go deal with other women. You understand? And that's what he's gonna go do. You understand? But yeah, because of the way you act, the way you do things. Go ahead.
So like I said, I want to we use this precept right here.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus, it's like the Lord.
The money.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25.
You gotta flip it on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Damn right. Break it down though.
Abateth the courage means she's emasculating you in your house.
Right.
I mean,
Damn right.
abateth means to decrease.
Right.
She decreases your courage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And courage basically is your manhood.
Damn right.
And that's what a wicked woman do. She love emasculating her man.
Damn right.
All right.
And make feeble needs. Like I've seen so many times just growing up in life, you see so many brothers who, because of we just being lost in the world, not knowing nothing, brothers go out. The scriptures say, but brothers go out and they commit crimes, right? They live a lifestyle where they commit crimes. They're on probation and on parole, whatever it is, and they can't really be a man in the house because you got Esau and then you got this woman, right? If you do anything, if she called the police on you, if she do anything, you going back to jail. So because of that, they got to walk on eggshells, and it takes away that courage of being a man. It's emasculated. You understand? If you got to walk on eggshells in your house, you can't correct nothing in your house. Or if you're dealing with a sister who has children, you telling her, hey, they need to do this or they need to do that. But if she's going to be combative with you, you know what I mean, it's going to be like, well, God, you undermining me. And so a lot of brothers would rather go live on that corner of a rooftop than live in a house with a woman like that. Go ahead.
Salaka, sir, if I may, can we use Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 25?
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's a precept for what?
Well, like you were saying earlier, sir, if I may, a woman shall sleep with you, and just to prove that you're not a priest and you're not who you say you are, in the U.K., and she turn around and sleep with another woman, another man, or maybe a woman too, because she has no shame.
Right.
And this verse says that this woman is a dog, a dog face.
There's definitely a lot of names for a woman like that. I mean, that's proven that this type of woman, a shameless woman, is not something to be glorified. Right. It's not something that should be on TV and your kids should look up to and women should look up to. The Bible is saying she'll be counted as a dog. We all know what a female dog is. You understand? So it's not something. Of course, the Bible does not approve of it. So that's a precept for why you should not be like this, because you will be counted like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a good precept.
Watch.
You know what I mean? Excellent. There's a lot of names for them. You know what I mean? And the sisters coming to the school, don't get me wrong, these are not, it's not y'all. I'm talking about sisters in the world, of course, right? So, and brothers, you dealing with sisters in the world, listen, man, be careful, all right? Where was we at? Was that it?
That was the last verse.
You was in Proverbs chapter 7.
All right, no, so give me Ecclesiastes 7 verse 26.
7 verse 26.
Right. Any questions too? Just go ahead online. Any questions in the class? You can ask too. Just raise your hand. You got it? You got a question?
Oh yeah, I had a question
It's on the topic.
Yeah, it's on top. It's about basically about women and their independence in America. I feel like women should use their independence to empower a man, but instead, women in America, they use their independence to destroy their man. You know what I mean? But that independence for black women, I'm talking about for black women, not for no other heathen nations, but for black women and Hispanic women, I feel like they should use their independence to empower their black man, because the black man is your power. You know what I mean? Not these damn devils. Not you being selfish, no, none of that. You know what I mean?
Damn right, and that's the lie that our oppressor teaches. And our oppressor is the one, he's trying to break down our family structure. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to start by first getting rid of the man, and then you'll put all the independence and all the power into the woman's hand, knowing that that's not our culture. That's not how we do things. That's not how he does things. Right. But he tries to trick us and thinking that's how we should be. If we're not doing things that we're wrong, that we're being abusive, that we're being too, being a tyrant, being mean, and they teach that to the woman. Meanwhile, your son is outside getting murdered. You understand? Your daughter is in hell, doing God knows what at that school, and depressed. And I heard a story, man, recently, a child committing suicide. Children. You know what I'm saying? Children. Like, let's go with social media. Like, a man got to be in control of that whole thing. Yeah. Go ahead.
If I may, I think that was Officer Summer Young just speaking. If I may, I think that's who that was talking. I got a precept of what Officer Summer Young just said in Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 20.
Go ahead, break it down.
The book of Proverbs chapter 30 verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Salakia.
Right. Break it down. Yeah, that's right. Break it down for me though.
I don't mind breaking it down at all. I don't want it. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. That means that woman that goes out and, shoots on her husband and going, just go out and do wickedness, unlawful sex against her husband, going to sleep with another man. You know what I'm saying? She eat and wipe her mouth, you know what I'm saying? She do her dirt. And she clean herself up after you have done her dirt and say, I have done no wickedness. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't see me, I ain't do it. You know what I'm talking about? She got an excuse for trying to get out of that wicked act that she's done. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, damn right. And the world supports her. Go ahead.
So I think too that she eating and drinking, it means that she doesn't even have the guilt. Like usually, like if you get feeling guilty, you can't eat or drink, but she doesn't even have the guilt.
Right.
So if she's still eating, drink, I have done nothing wrong.
Damn right. She don't feel guilty. Our oppressor don't make her feel guilty. You understand? Go ahead.
So it's like, sir, if I may, I learned like since my days on this earth that selfish women, they don't have a damn conscience, man. They don't think, they just do.
Right. Yeah, right.
And the reason why I say that because they what they want it so bad that they don't give a damn about what it takes to get it.
Right.
And that's why they don't have no conscience, sir.
Yeah, damn right. No, they don't. You're absolutely right. You understand? You're absolutely right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sandy. I was gonna say that is that the same too. Some women, when they meet men, they already have an objective. So the objective would be mostly a lot of times women won't tell a man about their past. Like they're not really straightforward about their life or you know what type of woman they probably been in their past. I've been told honestly, like a lot of women I know will get the man sometimes. I don't have a man. My man is not in the truth, but a lot of times men will believe the woman that comes off like she hasn't done anything, but she don't never tell her past either. But the one that tells her past to give it to you one I cut, she's kind of judged a little bit more. I heard General Mind say women like that will be they're more thrown away because that's a challenge for a man. So a man will kind of like throw her away more quickly based off of, you know what I mean? Like she's more forthright with, you know, her life. She'll tell you to give you her life. Well, a lot of men get tricked because women won't tell them nothing, and then once they with them, you done married her, now you finding out everything about her. A lot of times you can tell them based off how many baby fathers they have, so they're always dead.
No, you're absolutely right. You know, this is the hand. I know you heard it. Basically, you got some women. She was saying you got some women who will straightforward. You know, our past life. You said that might run some brothers away. It's a lot to deal with. And some sisters who, like we said, it's the precept, who got the flattering words. They say, "Oh, you just the only man for me. I'm just like this. I'm just no. I don't. I don't believe in that. No, I would never put somebody on child support. No, that's wicked. Oh yeah, the white man is the oppressor. Yeah, right. And then you lay with her 6 months down the line. Now you in the same hell you was gonna be in with someone else. You know what I mean? But that, you know, the main point is you got to come into the Israelite school of UPK. You just got to change. Like ain't no sense in really. You know, sister been in the world, brother's been in the world, and I wouldn't really ask a sister too much about her past. I mean, you got to find out, but you know, I mean, a sister, you know, it is what it is. If she's willing to change, though, that's what you're willing. That's what you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You know, other than that, you really just taking a chance. But yeah, the sister right. You know what I mean? Any more on that? Go ahead, Doc.
Going in what you're saying, is Proverbs chapter 5, verse 5 all the way to Proverbs chapter 5, verse 3 to verse 5. Is that like a precept pretty much, you know what I'm saying, for what you just brought up there? Simply this, you know what I'm saying, everything you've been bringing out in class,
you said Proverbs 5 and 3. You have it?
Proverbs chapter 3, Proverbs chapter 5, verse 3 through 5,
Okay, read it. You have it? Okay, yeah, read it.
This is the book of Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 3. For the lip of a strange woman drops as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Verse 4. That her being is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Verse 5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Like you, sir.
No, damn right. Yeah, that's excellent precept. Yeah, it's the same thing we talking about, man. You just can't be just so impressed by what a woman's telling you or anybody's telling you with flattering words. Our oppressor does the same thing with flattering words. You understand? You know someone by their actions, what they do. You understand? Go ahead.
SHALAM, sir, if I could. When it's talking about in verse 3, for the lips of a strange woman, it's not talking about the heathen woman, but it's talking about the woman in the world. Okay,
a strange woman could be a heathen, but it could be a whore too. You know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about is a strange woman who is a strange woman because she's a whore. You understand? So, God, talking about a whore, a heathen, you already know that's a whore. You understand? So, same thing. Go ahead.
Can we use Numbers chapter 5 and verse 29 through 31 as a precept for this coming out of the law about the type adulterous type women?
Go ahead and read it.
It's the book of Numbers chapter 5 verse 29. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled. Verse 30. Or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Most High, and the priest shall execute upon her all this law. Verse 31, then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity.
Okay, you talking about the law of jealousy?
I was trying to get an understanding on it, if we could precept it based on the fact that in this scripture it's talking about a woman committing adultery, going outside with her husband.
Okay, that may not be a precept for exactly what we're talking about. What I believe you're reading is the law of if a man believes a woman has committed adultery on him, the process that he's supposed to take, to the priest. So from what we're talking about, the spirit of a woman, how do you know a woman's like this, or that wouldn't necessarily be a precept for what we're talking about. But it's still that's after he believes that she has committed adultery. You get what I'm saying? We trying to do the preventative measures before that. You get what I'm saying? Oh, bro. What else you got? You got Ecclesiastes 7 verse 26? Go ahead and read it when you got it.
The book of you said Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Okay. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Well, somebody break that down. In verse 26. Tell me what.
When it says snares is like snare.
No, start from the very top, verse 26.
That's the first word, snares. So snares and traps.
Or 25 then.
I didn't hit 25.
More bitter than death.
Oh, more bitter than death. Okay, I wasn't here. I was back there.
Go ahead. Start from the top. You want to break it down from the top?
You want me to, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come. Verse 26. And I find more bitter than death. What it's saying, because how, you have a bitter taste in your mouth. It's like, just like when somebody, your loved ones died. It's a bitter taste. It's something that is hard, but you got to bear. But he said it's more bitter than death. Who's the woman whose heart is snares and nets. And it's the type of woman that traps you up in like her web, like the brother was breaking out about having like a black widow that she makes things look nice, feels good, and she just traps you in it. And it says that that's her heart, that's her mind, that snares and that she's manipulative. She's doing different things to keep you there, but then frustrate you at the same time, right? And then her hands as bands. Her hands as bands. Bands is like a handcuffs, for instance. It's like another word for handcuffs. So she's handcuffing you to her, right? She physically won't let you go. You try to leave, she trying to, put sugar in your tank, you know what I'm saying? So you can't drive nowhere. She's trying to keep you with her. But it says, whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her. That means if you please with the Most High, you're going to get away from this woman. But the sinner shall be taken. The sinner, that person that loves sin, will be taken by that same woman. Which you also taken, I think too, if I could, I think taken is like it's like also he would be loving with this woman. Like taken, like it says like poetically taken as well, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean by taken, like he would be like high attraction to this woman.
Right.
That's like this. Yeah, he would be like, find her, you would look at her, eyes of adoration or whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
He would be taken if I could. Is that a good way to put it as well?
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Because remember, this type of woman, is very flattering with her lips.
Come on.
She's gonna seduce you. You taken by her. But this is what's in her heart. I mean, them snares and those traps. What's really in her heart is to control you, to lock you down, to emasculate you. That's what's in her heart. You understand? And like you said, more bitter than death. That feeling you have when a loved one dies, that bitterness. Someone died. You can't call them no more. You can't ask them that last question. You'll never do this again. And that, what's going on in your mind, and that feeling you have, more bitter than that is a woman who's like this. All right, this is in the Bible. That feeling, you know what I mean? Because it's constant. Marriage is forever. When you decide to lay down with a woman, this is forever. Imagine this is going to be your life forever. She may not whore on you. You may got to deal with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because unless it be for fornication, that's it. Your life may be like this for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's hell. Go ahead. Hold on, what's that? You got it? You good?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, go ahead, huh?
To those that are on the online call, put your phones on mute.
God, those who are, y'all could please put your phones on mute. Yeah, more better than it's a rough thing. You don't want to be taken by a woman. Give me a precept. Who's that? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's why we got counseling.
You gotta get counseling. Go ahead.
And it's better to die so you don't have to suffer no more.
But
But her, you suffering forever. I mean, that's hell. That's hell on earth.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. A brother's life be hell. You seen it with grandparents. A brother don't live that long, man. In the world, you got a woman like that, man. Jeez, good night. Give me a priest. Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, start at verse 23.
Ecclesiastes 26 and 23, sir.
God.
Go.
The last part you broke down was right. You know what I mean? A man that pleases the Most High, though, can stay away from this type of woman. All right? But if you out smoking weed and you out, what else brothers doing? Popping pills, whatever you doing, sleeping with other men's wives, this is the type of woman you're going to attract. If you out selling dope and breaking the laws of God, I don't care what it is, eating crab, shrimp, lobster, the smallest thing that you think is small. Being, mean-spirited, serving Christmas, Thanksgiving. If you're sinning, you will attract this type of woman, a selfish, wicked woman who only cares about her birthday, only cares about Valentine's Day, whether you give her a gift or she got to get it from somewhere else. Right. If you don't do this and someone else will, you hear that all the time. You know what I mean? You will attract that type of woman because that's the type of brother you are. If you sleeping with another man's wife, a man's going to sleep with your wife, man. That's right. You going to the strip club watching a destroyed sister sell her body, that's your daughter's doing that. You might as well, chalk it up. You can't be mad. Go ahead.
I wonder, sir, if I may, Shlaki, can we use Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 23?
Yeah, that's right.
You read that one?
That's what we're about to read right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, come on, sir. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Damn right.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good woman. There's a lot of good women out here. You understand? But that's what you have to be looking for. That's what you got to be attracted to. The problem is, when we're in the world, we're attracted to these type of women. You know what I'm saying? To a woman showing her body, to a woman with a big mouth. I've heard so many brothers say before, they like a woman feisty. They like a woman that can put them in their place and all that sucker stuff. I mean, make you want to throw up. I'm saying them like that.
That's like a homosexual.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I feel unclean. But yeah, but that's what they saying. That's what's out there. Go ahead, Yummy. Oh, you got something?
I was going to ask a question.
I think Yummy up here. Yeah, go ahead. You can go out there. Hold on 1 second now.
Now I was gonna say they said like in the world like the hoes go hand in hand with the drug dealers.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like the drug dealers sell drugs to the community, destroy and the hoes sleep with all different types of men. They go hand in hand.
Yeah,
the Lord not with neither one of them.
And there's funerals every weekend. You You know what I mean? You be burying children. So I mean, I guess that's what we want. The Bible said that's what we wanted. The Bible said we prefer sin. Right. You know what I mean? I guess we like that. But not in here. Go ahead.
Couple comments, sir. Salakia. My question was, there was a scripture right above that. It says, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
Yeah, go. Yeah, that's. You got the opposite side of it. Go ahead.
I just wanted like a brief breakdown of that part, just so.
We'll give it a couple scriptures up, because when you read the Bible, that's why it's so important. You have the traits of a wicked woman, what not to be, and then you have the traits of a good woman, what to be, what to strive to be like, what should be promoted. Right. You got so many sisters in the school that's going to school, that's representing their husband, that's graduating, that's doing wonderful things. That's who you want to be. That's who needs the credit. Do you know why there's so many? You know why women dress the way they dress and act the way they act? Go ahead.
Because us as men, we like whores, so that's why they dress like whores.
We like whores, so they dress like it, but whores get the attention. Mm-hmm. So you got a woman who's a good girl, right? Going to school, doing what she's supposed to do, but she's not getting no attention. All the attention is going to this woman. So she naturally starts to dress and act a certain way that they think men like. Right. You know what I mean? And then we want to run back and, it's a whole mess. But a good woman, what I mean, that's what we have to promote. That's what has to be pushed. That's what has to be seen as attractive. But if you can break that down, just go like a few scriptures up so you can get the whole gist of it.
Go to verse 20, sir?
Let me get that with you.
Go. It's like good, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
As far as when you said about attention, I've seen on YouTube said that she literally will create a dating profile online, mm-hmm. just so she can get that attention. People saying, "Hey, beautiful. Hey, you cute. You this, you that." And then delete it just because she wanted to feel like she had that attention for that day.
Yeah, women do that a lot. Women thrive off attention. You know what I'm saying? And whether good or bad. Go ahead.
Wasn't it that I.S.U.P.K who said that she feel like she's not really attractive because she don't get the type of attention that other women get because she's more wholesome than other women, and the next thing you know, she's on Instagram showing her body after she done lost all this weight and just putting it all out there. She's a married woman, but she wants attention from other men.
Yeah, damn right. See, that was. So the point being, women want attention, so she tried to dress like the women getting the attention, but she's a married woman. Right. So she off any damn way. You know what I'm saying? So either way, that's the demon we dealing with, is the demon of wanting attention. Right. And they want it. They thrive off it. That's why you don't have to sidebar when you dealing with a woman and you get into these arguments and things is going left. Brother, you don't put your hands on a woman. You don't fight physically, nothing like that. They want good attention or bad attention. And to see you locked up in handcuffs and going to jail will be just satisfying. Then they'll come get you out and then all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Just deny them the attention. I ain't about to do it. Just get up out of there. It drives them crazy. When they when they keep your kids from you. You know what I'm saying? Brothers in the world, keep their kids from you and use your kids as this bargaining tool. You can't pay it no mind. If you give her too much attention, if you play like you give a damn, then she got you. You have to not care. At the end of the day, you got to know, are you serving the Lord or are you serving your woman? You know what I'm saying? If you're serving the Most High, then this is really all that matters. Class, camp, councils, that's really all that matters. And that's attractive to a woman. You know what I'm saying? But if you running around behind her, chasing her, every little thing she says, every little tantrum she throws, and hey man, she got you. That's the trap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
That's all you got something?
Common counsel, if I may,
Go ahead,
real quick. Salaki, sir, if I may, I think Officer Zaquan had a point before me.
Oh, you have something?
Yeah, common counsel, if I could.
Yeah,
Salaki, sir, if I may, like you were saying, there's a lot of women that, wants the attention, but if you actually ask, any of these women, they getting a negative attention. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting the attention, the positive attention. They getting nothing but horny men that just want your body. You know what I'm saying? And most women, you know what I'm saying? I've asked, you know, a woman before one night. They don't want that attention. You know what I'm saying? They just want. They want to be looked at by men, but they don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, like a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like men look at you, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even care what your name is. Come on, you know, you got a nice body. You know what I'm saying? That's the negative attention. Most women don't even want that. They want, you know, they rather just have a man that's like, okay, well look, she look good, she look beautiful. No, you know, most of the time they attracting the wrong type of attention. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know.
Well, they damn so you right, but they got to be taught.
Yeah.
Right.
They got to be taught how to get the attention they want.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So what you want and what you put out there is two different things. You're doing two different things. Like a psychopath. Like you want good attention, but you dress like you want to be whistled at and thrown a couple dollars.
Right.
But you want like you get what you put out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what the scripture's saying. As far as on the other side of a wicked man gets a wicked woman. Vice versa, a wicked woman gonna get a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, drug dealers is dealing with the girl in the bodysuit that's just throwing her body around. They go hand in hand. They go together. Right? Go ahead, Aldo.
Common concern, if I may, one, a real heavy point. You know, another reason these women ain't getting attention is because of Esau. He's emasculating our men. He's got the Me Too movement. He try to holler at the pretty girls. She's gonna scream and cry and rape. And you know what I mean? They don't know what to do. So these men, they got the mentality. They said men going their own way. Because it's like, if I can't get a girl, I might as well, especially for this Edomites, he said, if I can't get a woman, I might as well go shoot up with high school. You know what I mean? The oppressor is a devil the Bible speaks of.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah, don't forget that. When we speaking about, give me a hand. When we speaking about, anytime we speaking about, you know, what's going on with brothers and sisters, we still got to always remember our oppressor is the devil. And he's deceiving us into thinking what we want, we don't need, but what we need, we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like we want cheap, easy sex. We want a cheap, easy woman. The sisters want a man that can just feed their lust, take them out constantly. You know, like almost like a child. Take them out constantly, spend money on them. Always, every day a birthday, every day an extravagant, every weekend. That's not life. You know what I'm saying? That's not. You have children to raise, not you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to raise up a woman, but that's for children. All the playing and all the time. Like you got at some point you got to get serious. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
At this point, you just described Atlanta.
One second, let me get back with you.
You just describe Atlanta to a T. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, forget it.
You just describe Atlanta to a T because, you know what I'm saying, you know, for me personally, you know what I'm saying, that's all, you know, you really meet, you know what I'm saying? Women that just, you know, want to be like, for example, you know what I'm saying, I'm at my job one night, you know what I'm saying, talking to a sister one night, you know what I'm saying, and the first thing she, like, I don't even know your name, I don't even know your last name, and then you want to ask, she talk about, you want to buy me some Uber Eats, you know, some lunch or whatnot. Like, I don't even know you, showing me like that, you know what I'm saying? Can I get your last name or something like that? Like, you know, that's the first thing, you know, that they ask for is what you can do for them. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna spend on them? You know what I'm saying? You want my attention? Well, you know, how you gonna? You gotta buy my attention. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's
man.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
Come on, guy. No,
I know you did. That's good. I know. That's the point. You know what I mean? Brothers is doing it. That's why you think she asked.
Yeah.
Because the next brothers do. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
You don't need that sister, man. You know what I mean? She just don't know. She don't have enough tact to know how to go about something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's hell out here, man.
Yeah.
Thankful that you in the school, man. You can meet a sister in the school, a brother in the school. You know what I mean? Be thankful because, man, they trying to make something out of thin air, and it's really sad because you're going to play from the time you're 20, 30, 40, and you really don't even get to know somebody really well because, you know what I mean, all the past experiences and traumas and all that.
So like, you think you're competing with a woman, you're really competing with 10 other brothers she's dealing with.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You just don't see them.
That's why the scripture says, you got to make sure a woman's not betrothed either. Because it's not a competition. You don't want to step on nobody's toes. But, yeah, I mean, you don't want to entertain any woman that could entertain multiple women. And they call it dating or whatever, but, man, they sleep with them. And then you don't want to be the one that's just taking the lunch or the what they call it, the work husband. You heard that? You don't want to be that. So you got a whole brother at home, full out husband, but at work she flirty, she all in somebody's face, she always flirting, can't stick her damn seat at the cubicle, she always walking her big behind up and down the street to the fax machine. You looking, man, it's hell, I'm trying to tell you. Tyler, go ahead.
I was actually going to say, oftentimes that stems from a lot of women don't have or didn't have fathers. The first man a woman really supposed to love is her father. That's the first man she's supposed to have that real genuine love for, who can kind of teach her. So a lot of women get that attention, or they see that type of attention because they don't have fathers. So I don't know, it's just a behavior that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of tell. A lot of times even women, like just like men in the truth, women can also sit back and pay attention to a lot of women who are overly needed for attention, and a lot of it comes from not having no father or no father figure.
Yeah, damn right. You know what I'm saying? But it's a vicious cycle because a lot of women is running fathers out the house. So it's a vicious cycle. You know what I mean? Like we said, the oppressor is the devil. You know what I mean? They don't have fathers. They ain't know what they're supposed to like, so they get raised by, bitter mothers who don't have knowledge of the Most High. Yeah, go ahead.
I give, but if I may, a woman can be raised by a Christian father and be even more worse. Like these pastors, they be the main one that be having their daughters being lesbians and dykes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're right. Hey, I mean, you gotta have a father. It don't do good, but if he likes whores too, if he's getting high too, if he likes being at the strip club, like you said, you having a daughter, but if you a lustful man, if you don't tell her, man, if you could be a fly in some of these houses, on the wall, some of these houses, man, little girls, teenage girls walking around in little shorts, little tank tops, they got a father, but no one tells them, hey, that's inappropriate. So they go out on the street and do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And these mothers and these fathers these days, they're encouraging their kids to be homosexual. Like when the kid come home saying, "Hey, Dad, Mom, I like men," I say, "Okay, I can't hate you. I can't keep you at the house because I love you. So I'm gonna support that." That Dwayne Wade, it's like being Messiah Christ, Dwayne Wade, and that's even more evil, sir.
Yeah, that's wicked. And that's the oppressor, to make you feel like you have to support, something against the Most High. You know what I mean? That's wicked.
I got a precept for that too.
Yeah, come on, please.
Come. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitness, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Damn right. Perfect precept. You need, you got a daughter, not too much liberty, man. You gotta let them go out there, but you gotta teach them one. You gotta give them a standard, teach them who we are, what we're into, these laws, statutes, commandments. And when she go out there, she gotta know. You understand? Hey, I can't be there all the time. I can't see you all the time, but I'm, counting on you to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have you gotta teach a daughter shame early. Very early. Don't start. See, it's always cute when they're young and they sassy and they rolling their neck and they talking back and little man got his pants sagging and he doing this and he acting like it's all cute when they're young. But when they 15, 16, 17, you can't tell them nothing. Now you're trying to say, well, he don't listen, he don't do this. It's a little too late now. Now the world got to teach them. The world is rough. The world is rough.
And you failed them as a child. As a parent, you failed them when they were the child.
Damn, you're supposed to be checking that early. Hey, little girl, you got to be quiet, man. You want to hear that? Go ahead.
A lot of these kids be destroyed because the mother be trying to be their friend instead of their mama.
There you go. Go ahead.
I just was reading the other day a news article. This young girl, her 13-year-old boyfriend came climbing through her window at night and
The boy shot the dad.
Yeah, shot him and killed him. He was coming to see his 14-year-old daughter.
Father needs to be in the school.
Right.
Shit.
Damn right.
He should have had some with him being confronted.
I didn't hear what she said.
She said, a 14-year-old girl had a boy sneaking through the window to deal with her. The father caught the boy. The boy shot and killed him when he was confronted. Yeah, I mean, hey. Shouldn't have no little boy sneaking through a window on your daughter, but at the same time, yeah, you gotta go to war with all sin, all evil. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, you can't be Christian and do it. I'm saying you gotta change. You know what I'm saying? If you're a sinner, you really just up to your own. It's judgment all the way around. The daughter is 14 having sex. The father's dead, and the boy is going to jail for the rest of his life. So it's hell all the way around. It's the curses. You know what I mean? But you're right. That's terrible. Yahanna SHALAM. Ain't no sweat the water. Where was we at? What was the what you want to break down?
We was
Give 1 second now. I said skip me up a little bit, but there's something you want to break down.
You said go up to a couple verses. All right, verse 19. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. Verse 20. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. A harlot should be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
Okay, I believe that's just talking about a married woman, a good, married woman is like keeps her husband up. I mean, from all give me a precept where it says, I think in Proverbs, that a righteous woman, her husband needs no need of spoil. You know what that's at? Meaning basically, a good woman will keep you from the death we was talking about, the bitterness, the stress, and the having to go out and commit crimes and do things like that that'll get you killed. You know what I'm saying? But there's a precept for it too in Proverbs when it's talking about a virtuous woman. Go ahead, Doc. You got a question online? No, go ahead. If you got it, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
God damn right. What does that mean? What does it mean if you have a need for spoil? Anybody in the room? Anybody online? Go ahead, Zaquan.
Sir,
Hold up 1 second now. The brother in the class gonna try.
That's like, sir, there's no need for spoil. And like when someone is spoiling, like you or spoiling your goods, they're able to, you know what I'm saying, take what belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, rob you or whatnot. Spoil. You know what I'm saying? I think that the precept that the brother found, I gotta get it.
Well, he's saying a righteous woman, he's saying his heart trusts in his wife. or he has no need for spoil. So what would that mean? Go ahead. Let me know.
That means he trusts his wife because she'll make sure that he won't be destroyed. She got his back.
Yeah, for sure. But so he won't need for spoil. What won't he have to do? Go ahead.
He won't have to kill himself going to work 24/7 and stuff like that. I mean, he'll be able to do what he need to do he'll be able to be a man. Know what I mean, like, and won't have to kill himself because he got a woman that supports him. Know what I mean.
Right, but how would he kill himself going to work? And then we ain't need for spoil. Think about spoil.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Michael. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Con, you correct, but we got to hit on the need for spoil. Maybe you got to read a little bit more in the verses, everything that she's doing, the type of things she's doing. Let me give the sister. Go ahead.
I would have to say, it means like he doesn't have to, keep her like all the and stuff like that to show like his love for her. He just doesn't have to do all this extra stuff that like men in the world would have to do. You know how they get gifts, money on birthdays, Christmases, and all of that stuff. Like he don't have to do that with this type of woman.
Right, and because he doesn't have the pressure of having to have the gifts and the extravagant things, and he has no need for spoil. So what does he not have to do? Pretty much. Go ahead,
He'll have to do the wrong thing for money, like selling dope.
He ain't got to sell dope.
Right.
He ain't got to rob.
Right.
He ain't got to stick somebody up. He ain't got to stick up his brother. He don't have to prostitute a woman. He don't have to cheat and lie. He don't have to risk his life in the streets to give to a woman because she's virtuous. She cooks, she cleans, she gets money from the merchants. What does the scripture say? I'm paraphrasing. She's like the merchant, gets her food from afar. She makes clothes. She makes her friends have things. She makes sure her kids have things. So her brother could go out, teach the truth, get whatever little righteous money he could get, and do his thing. But you got brothers out here, all that stealing and dope dealing and robbing and living a criminal life is for women, man. Like they not doing it just for themselves.
Right.
They doing it to impress women, wicked women. The type of women you're not supposed to be dealing with. The type of woman we're saying to avoid. But that's what brothers is out there doing. Without that, prison. You go to prison, brother will kill you over a honey bun, or a pack of noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like women are the reason why brothers go out here and do these crimes, these type of things. Bro? And our oppressor, of course. All right. That answer your question about the death, or how a married woman is a defense to death. Where was he at? Give me Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 13.
Like it, Cap.
Go ahead.
Like the defense to death can be like him not having nothing and she helping him so he won't take his own life.
Damn right. Yeah. See, like it's like sister got to know that apartment, that car, that job, those are good things. Those are, skills you have. Those things you have get you a man. Keep a man. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers out here be jammed up, but they, if you a woman that has some type of resources, then a brother can deal with you. You don't want to be a sister who only has one thing to give up, and we know what that is. You want to be a sister that has resources that a brother can find comfort in you. Like Muhammad was saying, a man wants a few things. One of those things is comfort. You know what I mean? You want to be a comfort to a man. Bro, you're absolutely right. Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 13.
Oh yeah, come on. So we'll call the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 25 verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart.
Sorry, drop that. We get that in a second. But yeah, keep bring me down to verse 26. Ecclesiasticus 26 verse 26.
Go. You said 26 and 26?
Go.
Okay. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 26 verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband should be judged wise of all.
All right.
But she that dishonoreth him in her pride should be counted ungodly of all.
Ungodly of all. Like when a woman disobeys her husband and goes, you know, is combative in that house and going back and forth, that is completely satanic. It's everything against God. It's very ungodly. You understand? Like it's not something to be praised. It's not something that's glorious. It doesn't mean she's, you know, strong. It's very weak and childish, and it's very ungodly, is what the scriptures say. All right, read on.
Come. Verse 27. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies.
Hey, you drop that. Now you can give me Ecclesiastes, the one I asked for before.
13.
Okay.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 25 verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman.
All right, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. What does that mean? Who can break that down? Tazan?
It's talking about being mentally unstable, like being insane, being, you know, schizophrenic or something. You know, when you can have a mental breakdown.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. The plague of the heart, meaning the mind.
Yeah, right. But okay, and what we're talking about, what could that mean? A plague of the heart when you're dealing with a woman. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if I could, you know, when you dealing with a wicked woman one night, you know what I'm saying? Like your mind is constantly wondering, what is she doing? You know what I'm saying? Like you could be at work and she at home, your mind is running. Like, man, what the hell is she doing? What's she doing? I know she's doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have that stable, like Tazah said, you ain't got that stable mentality when you're dealing with a wicked woman. Your mind is constantly wondering. You feeling like weak. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's exactly what you said. That feeling weak.
Yeah.
You don't know. You constantly doing this. What do they call it in the world? Does anyone know? Azar?
Salaki, sir, depression.
Depression. What else? They call it something though. They glorify like it's something to be proud of, but it's not. It's not the Bible. If you always thinking about this woman, like you said, constantly, always mind everywhere. You're up, you're down, you're this, you're obsessed. Go ahead.
It's called anxiety.
Say again.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay, Kyle. We'll have to use our head. Go ahead. Yeah, wrong.
Whipped.
Whipped. They call it that. But what do they? But they try to. They almost use it like it's a good thing. That's how you want it.
I was gonna say what he said.
Okay, go ahead.
In love.
In love. That falling in love. Falling in love is not in the Bible. You understand? Love is following the commandments, law, statutes, commandments. When people say, well, I fell in love, I fall in love, it's like an obsession. That plague of the mind, just being everywhere, anxiety everywhere. You feel weak. You feel, I can't be without her, I can't be, all that.
Oh.
That. Go ahead. Which one?
That would call puppy love.
Puppy love, yeah, they call it all types of things, but it ain't something a man's supposed to be into. Sis, you got something? Okay. It ain't something a man's supposed to be into. You know what I mean? You got to deal how the Most High said to deal with a woman. That's not love. In the world now, they throwing around that toxic all the time now. All right, but all that feelings and emotions, that ain't it.
Yeah, we read earlier, void of understanding. That's what that is.
Exactly, void of understanding. Go ahead.
Love is basically staying with that sister, no matter how much of a demon she is, and loving her the way the Lord told you to love her.
Yeah, that's love. That's real love. But all the, I don't know, man. Some brothers be crying, man. Some brothers be be crying on the phone. And I hate you, and I love you, and I want you, and I hate you. I can't stand you. I want to kill you. Like all that, bro. You don't want that plague. And then I'll take any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman, meaning that have you like that. That just all the time, constantly. Like brothers will say, man, I'd rather be in the street, in the street, than to deal with this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, up.
What you just bring out is so heavy, Carol. Modern day Pharisees and Sadducees, they had to keep this book, the Apocrypha, away from us. You know what I'm saying? They keep the doctrine that they teaching, what we talking about tonight, it was run rampant throughout the community. You know what I'm saying? More than Christ for Commander General Yahanna ain't it true? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, damn right. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because all that falling in, I was in love, I'm in love. That's not it. You know what I mean? You only learn that truly, what true love is in I.S.U.P.K.
Salaki, sir, if I may, he got an entire economy around this whole anxiety of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they call it R&B. Right, he said,
Okay.
I can't sleep, I can't eat without you in my life. This brother's going crazy. He said, they say, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's crazy.
Exactly. That's as I was saying, the schizophrenic. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's disgusting, man. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be right. Go ahead.
Like society, like they teach brothers to be that way.
Yeah.
Like they say you gotta be more in touch with your feminine side.
That's what they is. That's what they put. That's Christianity. That's what the whole thing is about. The going to church, the singing, the dancing, the feelings and the emotions. But we all have fatherless, parentless homes because of that. Oh, this was our song back in the day. But where's Pops at now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what y'all song was and what all that. Yeah, we sitting here, we jammed up. So that's not love. Love would be, we ain't have the best relationship, but we got you through school, we got you through this, we helped you do this, we here, we love you, all that. That's real. All the feelings, that's demons. You know what I'm saying? Psychotic. Go ahead.
And it's like you say, you know what I'm saying? Which is why, you know, like, especially like when I'm in the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been times I've been told where you like, you know, you're acting cold, like, you know, you cold, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no emotions, you're emotionless. It's not about me having emotions, because I know when you learn in UPK, men, you know, we don't work on emotions, you know what I'm saying, and feelings and whatnot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fact that I'm here, we trying to, you know, build something, we work with something, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying? That's what matters, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know, me showing you emotions and, you know, lovey-dovey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I hear you.
emotion, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man, so what you want me to say? I ain't no females, you know what I'm saying?
I dig it, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, you gotta have the basics, the basic information you need to be able to go, you know, get a relationship, know that love is following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Anything after that, you want to get a sister flowers, you want to do this, you can do all that.
Right.
But you can't give your heart over to a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What precept is that? Who got that? Who can find that for me? You don't want to do that. You don't want to start to serve a woman. But that's all. You want to get flowers, you want to go to the movies and do all that good stuff. Restaurants? Go ahead.
I think we just had that precept where it said don't give a strip to a wicked woman, the shrimp.
I don't think we got that one. Yeah, you ahead of the game. Which one is that?
That's in the Apocrypha, sir.
I don't think we got that one yet. Go ahead,
which bring it up once again is so heavy, and I can speak to this truth because I'm sure many of us can. I know, unfortunately, I was in the world messing with these Israelite women, but I given myself or my heart, my mind to them, and I was an absolute psycho. But this was more when I was in my 20s, where I did some things that could have me free for the rest of my life. Stood up for a woman, and I mean, I was insane. I mean, it would make
Yeah, you a different man now. You thank the Most High. You understand when you come into the truth, you put down that old man, become something totally new, and you understand the Most High was merciful enough to give you this truth, so you could be that different man, that new man.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like it's in that movie. What's that movie? What's that brother name? Makai Pfeiffer in it. With the white woman, all that nonsense. That's what you was on your way to, Kasai. If you ain't come up in this truth, you was gonna be like, oh, dealing with white people. You was gonna dealing with Edomites and that white woman that they had you jammed up, man. I forget how that ended. With the devil said something. The sister, it was a whole thing, man. Have him take his own life though. The thing we trying to avoid, to have you take your own damn life, man, on the demons. Go ahead.
I got that precinct for you.
I know something you want to say. Go ahead. Yeah, get out. Y'all damn right. Get out of the way of sin. Get out of the way of a wicked woman. That's why she said, go not down that path, or it's a death chamber. And you was about to be in that death chamber. A strange woman. White women, whores. Same thing.
Right.
A white woman is a whore, for sure.
Right.
It's a black sisters is trying to take on the spirit of white women.
Right.
Trying to be Pamela Anderson, trying to be Marilyn Monroe, trying to be a diva, all that comes from our oppressor. You understand? Go ahead.
That came during the feminist movement, right?
In the feminist movement, right. Trying to trick sisters and not needing a man. Meanwhile, what's the whole purpose of white women wanting?
And also, if I mean to cut you short,
No, go ahead.
but the feminist movement was started by a white lesbian woman.
Right.
So that's why it's really a lesbian spirit.
Yeah. What's that? By the spirit of that one white woman, degenerates or whatever the hell. Women like that. Yeah, I mean, that get our sisters on board and trick them into thinking, aren't you tired of not, being able to do this and do that? And you let Satan in, just like the garden. It's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, it should be so, when you come into the truth, it should be easy to see, because it happens all the time. Eve and Adam in that garden, listening to the serpent, it's just the first time a white woman was seduced by a white society, or a black woman was seduced by a white man. You know what I mean? Sorry, Taz, you got something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that feminist that you talking about, she worked for the CIA. So it was really just a second.
Just a plot anyway.
Once again, overthrow the black household.
Right. CIA spend millions and millions of dollars just trying to destroy our families.
Right.
Solely on that, doing with the heroin and the crack and the drugs and all that, man.
So, like, I think she was a fake Jew too.
I believe it. Didn't those fake Jews, that whole civil rights movement with Martin Luther King and them, when they all in the it's all applied to destroy us, man. They don't want us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, I think the devil that funded Martin Luther King was his name was Jacob Rothschild, Jewish man.
Jewish man. I mean, they always in our business. If you notice them, they always real close to Negroes, always in our business. Music industry, sports, entertainment. They always make sure they stay real close. They got to make sure we don't get too. You know what I mean? They took our culture and ruled the world with it. It's like, yeah, wrong.
No, sir. They call them handlers.
Handlers?
Handlers.
Give me more. What you mean?
Like they keep you in check, kind of like they said what Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. That's a handler for him.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
They keep you in check and keep you in line.
Damn right. That's what the Jewish man for sure do that.
No, that's why the Bible called them the chief house of Satan.
Chief out, damn right.
They're the main white people that keep us destroyed.
Damn right. Damn right. So even other white people hate them. They damn so. They was oppressing the hell out of the Germans, and Hitler got tired of that. It was like, look, man, you assholes, like. You got the precept? Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength over to women, nor thy ways to which that destroyeth kings.
There you go. That's the precept. Give not your strength over to a woman, and like we said, it destroyed kings. It brought down the strongest men. You know what I mean? The strongest men then fell. Shit. It's like Adam listening to his woman. I mean, not necessarily being a whore, but listening to his woman, going against what the Most High said, got us where we at today. You know what I'm saying? In hell. Go ahead.
It's like that play back into the last scripture we read when it say the plague of mind, because you listen to her, she telling you be more in touch with your feminine side, and then you buy into that garbage. She end up not liking you because you feminine.
Right.
That leads to the destruction of the relationship.
Damn right.
So
Damn
it's
right.
like that, I mean, that's like what happened to Adam. He listening to her and her emotions and her thoughts.
Damn right.
Not
That-
the Most High.
It's like, and that's an excellent point you made, because that's what brothers got to fight. Is like the curse of Adam. There's some in brothers that want to listen to their woman. You got to fight that. You got to fight that, because you end up serving them. Like you were saying, it ends up messing up the relationship because you end up feeling bad. Women got an excellent skill of making you feel bad or kind of rethinking what you just said.
Right.
They get, because they women. You know, I mean, you don't want to hurt a woman's feelings, so they get into their feelings, and but it destroys the house. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother who, in the world, you go get another woman. Your woman finds out, gets mad, gets angry, starts telling you how you are, because you Christian, you really think you wrong, and so what you do? Try to rebuild the relationship. And she's saying, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't this, right? But you trying to make the relationship work. So now what you doing? Serving her. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I can have more than one woman. The Bible says I can have more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? Instead of her serving you, like the Bible said, you end up serving her. You end up being a joke in your house. She ends up, you know, a lot of these relationships, between black men and black women, be more like two siblings in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just always combative. Two siblings, like a brother and a sister that just fight and argue and go back and forth. They fight and argue, go back and forth. Da da da. No, you're like this. No, you're like this. And then what happens? Who they gotta call? Who she called?
Daddy.
Their daddy. So look, the white man, the oppressor. Now Esau come, the police. Now he doing knocking your door. He come in with his gun belt, with his boots on. He walking in the house. Tell you to sit down. You sit right there. What's going on? So now you're chilling. That's what's happening. Can you imagine that? Imagine in your own house. He says, sit down. What's going on? Well, he said this, and I ain't do that. And then you look, man, come on. Just go to jail. Don't say nothing. Hey, don't all that. Your integrity is the most important part.
Right.
You don't want to. I'm sure y'all seen it when the brother and sister arguing and the police is there. And how it sound? Nah, cause she always doing this. Nah, cause he did that. Look at my face. Like, nah, man. Nah. You can't live like that. Your integrity is your masculinity is the most important thing. So
It's like, ain't it a scripture on pillow talking?
Yeah,
Like
you get that.
Songs of Solomon. I can't think of what scripture it is.
Don't do that. But yeah, pull that.
It's like,
I think Micah, I think that's Micah 5 and 7.
Yeah, I think it just says keep.
Go ahead and pull it. When you got it, go. Whoever can get it and go ahead and read it. Yeah, pillow talking. But that's what happened with them. That's what I was talking about a little earlier with Jezebel. Who was her man? Go ahead.
King Ahaz.
Ahaz. He was doing that pillow talking, wasn't he? He was going back to Jezebel and talking about the prophets, right? What the priests were doing. If I remember correctly, he was talking about what the prophets were doing, and she said, "Oh yeah, oh he was going back and got the whole thing jammed up, and she got dealt with, of course." Yeah, go ahead.
Got that scripture, sir.
Which one?
The one you was
Go ahead.
Come. The book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Yeah. Break it down, Yummy.
It said, it said, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom, which is your woman. You know what I mean? So don't tell her everything. Basically what it's saying. Like, don't tell her, don't be pillow talking.
Don't be pillow talking, man. Don't tell her everything, because she can't handle everything. I remember there was it was kind of recently, there was an old tape, I think maybe the 70s, 60s, somewhere on there, and there was a sister who was saying, nah, lie to me. Like you I don't know if you ever seen this tape. You saying, nah, lie to me. Just like you lie in the face of this white man, the oppressor, you lie, you able to do this and that. Like, lie to me, like, because I want to be treated, you know, I want to, however she was saying it, she didn't want to hear all the horrors of what a man's really going through. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be pillow talking that, you don't want to put that burden on her. You want to deal with her as the weaker vessel. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's damn to the problem that the oppressor did, is take us out the house and put all the burden on her. So then when you come back around, it's like, what can you tell her? She's been doing this, doing that. She had to been the, you know, the mom and the dad, this and that. You know what I mean? It's wrong. But that's the mental. That's what they thinking. You get what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, the pillow talking or the keep your mouth shut, you don't want to, you know, man, you know, it really go into gossiping.
Right.
That's really what it's going to end up being.
Okay.
You laying up and talking, and you talking about brothers. Not saying brothers
Right.
in school doing this, but you end up talking about other brothers,
Right.
other people's relationships, and I can't believe she would do that. Yeah, I don't know. And because she's slick, you don't know how slick this woman is. You sitting there talking, drinking, whatever you're doing, talking, and she's sitting there listening, really listening. And you can't believe it. A month later, she bring up the shit, and you in a whole argument, because she throw it right back in your face. Or end up, you got an issue with a brother because something you said. You don't want to do it, man. Go ahead.
Isn't a woman like that, I think the concept of, I forget the woman's name in the Bible, but Delilah. And, you know, one of those versatile women who collect information and, you know, bring destruction onto men after collecting information from them.
Oh, Delilah was Sam. That's what you talking about?
Yeah, Delilah, yeah.
God, that like that, like a strange woman, because she went and told him about her people where Samson's strength lies, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, first of all, don't deal with no strange woman.
Right.
Damn, so don't be pillow talking. You know what I mean, keep your mouth shut, man. Everything ain't for her to know. Some things, some things not for every brother to know. We got counsels, officers know. You got counsels that's not for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you keep a straight line, keep everything straight. So we don't have a bunch, so we don't turn into the Christian church.
Right.
All that gossiping and rumors, man. Leave that stuff in the world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it starts by just watching your mouth. That's in the Bible, all up and down the Bible. Watching your mouth, your words are being powerful. Just be quiet. Right? All right. Give me 1 Corinthians 6 verse 5 over the show. Okay, yeah. The water officer, the cops wanted to send me if y'all want to look at the video, Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin. It's the clip of her saying, well, she's saying for the brother to lie to her. I mean, not to tell her everything, just to, you know, she knows he goes through a whole bunch of hell dealing with the white man. So just, you know, give her, you know, the nice version of it, basically. Go ahead, Damian.
All right, scripture, sir.
So I guess, I wish I saw that one. She wanted the man after, you know, putting on a front at work all day, smiling in the white man's face. She wants her husband to come home.
Hold on, Salaki. Salaki, if you're not speaking, please put your phone on mute. Go ahead, sis, break it down. Yeah, you can probably break it down. It was a little minute ago.
She wanted her husband, after being at work all day, you know, smiling in the white man's face to get to the job. When she got home, she pretty much wanted him to fake it too. And James Baldwin was telling her, like, I can't do that. Like, you shouldn't have to fake it all day. Like, you would go insane. Why should you have to fake it? She's like, you know, well, you faked it for him. Why can't you do it for me? And he was like, well, you know, I'm not going to fake it in both areas pretty much. And if I don't fake it at work, I'll lose my job. The bills ain't going to get paid. And she was what would take place. But he was like, okay, King, like, don't even worry about it. Just think it with me. Be happy with me. So, I could pretty much be happy.
Yeah, that was pretty much the gist of it. You know what I mean? Listen, sister's got to make that house a happy place. You know what I mean? So brother can come home. If you know he got to go home and fake a bunch of nonsense all day with the oppressor, coming home should be a very comfortable, peaceful place.
Right.
That's it. You don't want to come home. You already come home. I know I come home. I don't like being talked to. Like, you need that first hour or two. Like, look, man. Then you come out and do your thing. But make your home just a peaceful place. But if it's Vietnam, if it's a war zone, then yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Right.
Talking about, so you have something? Oh, that's right there. You got 1 Corinthians?
Oh, yeah, I got scriptures on upstairs.
Oh, you got it?
Come God, sir.
I got it too.
Is it the same scripture or you got something else?
That same scripture you told me before.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Just whoever got it.
Come, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 5. I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you? No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren.
Looks like 15.
15, sir. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid.
Okay. Now, brother, your body is a member of Christ. Meaning, if you can't take a member of Christ and join it on to a harlot, meaning having sex with a whore, having sex with a strange woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Read on.
Come, sir. Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two, said he, shall be one flesh.
Meaning you have sex with a woman, you become one flesh. If you have sex with a wicked woman, you still one flesh. It doesn't change the fact. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pick your woman wisely. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Verse 17. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Start at verse 16 again. From the top.
Come. Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body? For two, said he, shall be one flesh.
Right. Or verse 15. Slightly.
Verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ?
Right.
Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot?
Exactly. But you have to understand too, when you have sex with a woman, she becomes your wife.
Right.
Wicked or not, right? So when she becomes your wife, she becomes our sister. And so we're going to bear that shame as well. If you have a woman, if you're a sister who's wicked and you have sex with a man in the school, you become his wife. Your problems become our problems now. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a whore for a sister. You get what I'm saying? So basically what this scripture is saying, don't bring a whore in to the body of Christ.
Right.
In I.S.U.P.K, this is the body of Christ.
Yeah, right.
You understand? You cannot bring a wicked woman in here. You cannot be a wicked woman in here. You understand?
Come.
No problem? That was it on that. Any other questions? Any precepts? Any questions online or on the phone? Is the Facebook up?
Come.
How did we see their questions if they had anything? Or who we can?
Type in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Lucky, sir, I got a quick question. It's kind of off topic, though.
Dr. Doswell, who's this?
Young man Charles.
Okay, go ahead, get down now.
I want to know is the Ark of the Covenant, is it the same thing as what is it, and is it the same thing that they portray on TV?
The Ark of the Covenant, what is it? And what do they portray it as on TV?
Like it's a box that a golden box that they carry around that has different items of Christ, Yahanna. What is the Ark of the Covenant? I see it's an ark in the scriptures, but I don't know if it's I don't know what it's talking about pretty much.
of the Covenant? Anybody understand what go ahead, y'all.
Kamikaze is asking about like the Ark of the Covenant. It was like a box that the Levites used to hold up.
Right.
It used to have stakes on it, so because you can't touch it, otherwise like you would die or something like that. Maybe the Levites could touch it, I think, but it would have like the 10 Commandments. I think like Moses' staff, dice. It'll have a lot of just like trinkets that was like with Israel.
I might have to check with you because typically the question I would be hearing is, you want to know where it is or what is it? You understand what it is, right?
Yeah, I just want to know what is it. I don't have a full understanding of what it is.
Okay, go ahead, Dominic.
Oh, I had the scripture about where it's at. I mean, what happened to it. Not where it's at, but what happened to it.
Yeah, you can read that.
Okay, come, sir. Verse, 2 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 4. It was also contained in the same writing that the prophet, being warned of God, commanded that the tabernacle in the ark to go with him as he went forth in the mountain where Moses climbed up and saw the heritage of God. And when Jeremy came thither, he found a hollow cave, wherein he laid the tabernacle in the ark, in the altar of incense, and so stopped the door. And some of those that followed him came to mark the way, but they could not find it. They could not find it. Which in Jeremy perceived, he blamed them, saying, as for that place, it shall be unknown until the time that God gather his people again together and receive them unto mercy.
God. So yeah, before I understand, the Ark of the Covenant has some of the prized possessions inside of it, but no one knows where it is. I think the Ethiopians try to say it's in Ethiopia or something like that. They say, but it's not nothing to be worshipped. That's what most people try to do, is find it and worship it. But if that's not your question, I might have to get a little more information on it and get back with you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Right, yeah, kind of, I believe so. I think what most people try to do is find out where it is and who has it. And I think the Ethiopians try to say that's where so-called Christianity started and was invented. They have it and all that, but it's all nonsense. Right. Somebody else something?
Yeah, the Ethiopians, they basically try to make up stuff that they have that belongs to us. Like they also say they found the book of Enoch.
Right.
Now, I mean, they ain't find nothing. They just want to try to claim my heritage.
Yeah, that's all it is. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff is just destroyed. But if you need more on that, I'll get back with you, all right? Oh, hey, ain't no sweat. You put it there? Azar?
That's a lot, sir, if I may. Sir, if I may, on the topic of the 144,000 of the Ark of the Covenant, when the 144,000, are sent to battle, will they be carrying the Ark of the Covenant?
Is there a scripture on that? No, I don't have no scripture on that.
Come on, sir. Go on.
144,000. I mean, you said would they be carrying it with them?
Yeah, Salakis, because every time we go to battle, we carry the Ark of the Covenant. So when the 144,000 return to, come to go to battle,
will they be carrying it? No,
I
ain't no scripture saying that they would be. Yeah, I can't say yes or no.
I don't think we should, because we're on a new covenant now, right?
Right, yeah. So, that's not in the Bible. Anything else? Anybody else? Any other questions online? All right, no sweat with that. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry, one time you broke up. Say one more time.
Because I can tell three sisters on the phone. I think she was saying her name is Chappelle. She was asking if you write her name down.
Okay, Chappelle. Okay, Kyle, we'll get you put down there. You got a pen?
No, sir, but
Yeah, you don't mind. Or just when you get a chance, Sister Chappelle. But this not from today.
Can't say it
Is
is.
this from today?
You gotta put a date on that.
Today?
I can start writing if you want, sir.
I know. So, yeah. This is the Chappelle.
Come on, sir.
Well, you can do it in a second. Go ahead. I know, sir. All right, that pass class over to the guard.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, Salaki. Anybody know?
It's Memorial blowing the trumpet.
Memorial blowing of the trumpets. Let's see. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majim. Majim Shabbat. Majim Barak. Yahweh. Yajmatah. What we just said was the Most High. In the name of Christ, bless you. We got some sisters in the room. So men of Israel, Sar. Need to turn. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. So sisters, have you stand up if you will. Majim. Shame face, feet at a 45-degree angle, heels together. Right hand over left. Like this. Y'all see? Underhand. Under and over. Good job. All right. Men of Israel. Majim Shabbat. Majim Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alathan B'Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shamar Alathan B'Hashem Yahushai.
So sisters, what we say is Yahweh Shamar Alathan B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, what we just said is the Most High watch over me in the name of Christ. All right. Yajmatah, hands down. So our class dismissed.